if you're an e-commerce brand and you're spending over $10,000 per month on Meta or Google ads, this video is for you. Now, what I'm going to be taking you through is how you can increase your profits with these 4 marketing metrics. Now, why these are so important, especially in 2025, is that e-commerce is getting more and more competitive. Brands are struggling to live in what we call the middle. So this is outside of the big 3 peak periods. And shipping and manufacturing costs are skyrocketing, which is squeezing brands' margins every single day. Now, these are 4 vital signs that we've identified as key e-commerce metrics that help businesses thrive through turbulent times. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go through a little rating system to see how these 4 metrics rate within your personalized business. So if you have a pen and paper, definitely grab them out. And we got inspiration from Taylor Holiday on a training he did years ago. He runs Common Thread Collective over in the US. But these 4 metrics is your 60-day lifetime value, your paid versus organic traffic mix, your gross profit margin, and lastly, your website conversion rate. So, what is your 60-day LTV? Now, your 60-day LTV, if I move this over here, is the percentage of increase that a customer has on the amount of revenue they spend within your store within a 60-day period after their first initial purchase. So what we're going to do is we're going to evaluate how much on average consumers spend within your store within this what we call golden period window. And if you are below 15%, so consumers spend less than 15% in additional revenue within 60 days, you're going to give yourself 0 points. If they spend more than 15%, you're going to give yourself 1 point. And if they spend more than 30%, this is amazing, you're going to give yourself 2 points. Now, what we're going to do is after each 4 of these key vital signs, we're going to tally up how much points we have, and that's going to clearly elaborate on where you need to work within your business on managing these key metrics and working to improve them on a day-to-day basis. So, 60-day LTV. What you're going to do is you're going to give yourself a point scoring system. Now, if you don't know how to calculate this, one of the easiest ways that we recommend doing this is through Lifetimely. Now, Lifetimely has this cohort analysis where you can analyze how much on average a customer spends within their first order with you. So here we can see it's about $81. And then when we go to this 2-month period, which will be 60 days from their first order, over this time frame, what we can see is that this particular brand had an increase of 30.9% of their initial customer investment within that 2-month period. And what that means is that if we were rating this business on our score here, they would get 2 points. Now, if you need additional support with this, or you want to have access to Lifetimely, all you have to do is leave a comment or reach out to us, and I'll be happy to set this up for you. Cool. So after we've done that, what we're going to do is we're going to go through the paid versus organic traffic split. Now, what this is how much as a percentage of the total traffic that gets driven to your website is organic versus paid. So if less than 40% of your traffic any given month, any given quarter is from organic, you get 0 points. If more than 40% of your traffic comes from organic sources, so organic sources can be defined as Instagram, or any single channel that you do not have to pay that traffic directly to go to your website. So if it's more than 40%, you get 1 point. And if it's more than 50%, which is where we ideally like it to be, you're going to get 2 points. Now, if you want to track this, this is the old Google Analytics, but you can still do it in GA4. Is you're going to go to your sources, your traffic sources, and if you use UTM tags, it's going to be a lot easier, but you can see the split of where the traffic is coming from and get that divide as to how much of a percentage comes from paid channels, such as Meta, Google, Klaviyo, and then how much is coming from organic sources like, SEO, native Google searching, Instagram, etc., etc. Cool. Once you've evaluated that, what we're going to do is your gross margins. Now, this becomes a little bit easier But with your gross margins, if you have under 65% gross profit margins, you're going to get 0 points. If you have more than 65% gross profit margins, you're going to get 1 point. And if you have over 75%, which is phenomenal, you're going to get 2 points. Now, how we calculate this is what is the cost of the products landed. If it's $100, let's say you sell a product for $100, and the product costs you $25 to be made and be delivered to your warehouse, and then from that point you can sell it, whether you pay for shipping or customers pay for shipping. What are your gross margins? So it's simply, what is the cost to get 1 unit of your main product landed? Now, it's going to obviously vary from product to product, but if you can categorize, across the board how much margin or gross margin you typically sell products at, it's going to be very easy. So over 75%, you're doing amazing. You get 2 points. 65% or above, you get 1 point. And under 65%, you're going to get 0 points. Quick water break. Now, if you need help with this, we have an acquisition calculator which helps you get a general idea as to what your gross profit and your percentage costs will be. If you want access to this, again, all you have to do is let us know in the comments or reach out to us. I'm more than happy to send this to you and even work it out with you so you can get clear on what are your gross profit margins for your business. And if you're spending over 10K per month and you haven't figured this out, that's the numero uno thing that I would be working on today. Cool. The last one, and it's really important, especially if you're spending over 10K because it means you're at scale or some level of scale, is your website conversion rate. So if you go to Shopify, you go to analytics, this is very easy to find. Definitely recommend doing a 12-month to 18-month period. You're going to find your website conversion rate. Now, if your web conversion rate is under 2%, you're going to get 0 points. If it's 2 to 4%, you're going to get 1 point. And if it's over 4%, you're doing phenomenal, you're going to get 2 points, which is really great. Now, we want to work to increase this because as your business is scaling and you're sending more traffic, the lower that conversion rate is and the more traffic you start to send, the more holes in the bucket, as we like to say, there are going to be, and more wasted traffic is going to be going there and then bouncing. So we want to be always working to increase our website conversion rate. Cool. So what you're going to do is you're going to tally up your score. You may have got 1 in one section, 2 in another, 0 in another, or maybe you did 2 across them all, and you're going to get a score here. Now, if you scored 0 to 2, you are below average, and it means you probably need to work on all 4 aspects of those to improve them, and your business will be thriving, or hopefully be thriving. If it's 2 to 4, you're average, which means you're doing okay. There's probably 1 or 2 areas where you could really work on and get yourself to being that above average standpoint. If you're 4 to 6, you're doing really well. Probably means you could spend more money. You can work on more focusing on the ads because everything else is set up and working. You've got a good traffic split. You've got good margins, good website conversion rate. So you're doing quite well. And maybe there's just 1 area that you need to improve on. And if you're 6 to 8, you're doing phenomenal. You've got a really healthy business. You're probably really prepared for turbulent times, and your business can ride through these waves that we typically see in e-commerce. So that's really good. The whole point of this exercise, again, which is what I want to go through, is to help you evaluate the areas of your business where they might be costing you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars every single month, but you haven't identified them and you don't know they're a problem. So the whole point of this exercise, and feel free to share this with other brand founders, is to help you identify the problems within your business so that you can attack them in 2025 and help improve your day-to-day operations as a brand founder or marketer to help you achieve your goals this year. So if you really like that exercise, let me know in the comment section below. And if you need any help with anything we just covered, all you have to do is reach out. More than happy to sit down, 15, 30-minute session and work out how we can do this for your business or even help you with some of these goals that you might have identified as being below par. So thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed.